This lesson is going to talk about adjetivos, or adjectives. These notes can be found on page 14 in your grammar notebook. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Some very common adjectives are colors, sizes, shapes, but also words like character traits, like the descriptive words in section 1b. Artistic, talented, funny, serious. Those are all adjectives. They describe a person. In English, we use adjectives to describe anyone, male or female. It doesn't matter. In Spanish, something extra has to happen. Just like we talked about with articles, they have to match masculine and feminine. So do the adjectives. They have to match whatever they are describing, either masculine or feminine. So most adjectives have two forms. Masculine adjectives usually end in O, and feminine adjectives usually end in A. So if you noticed in your vocab list, all of the ones that ended in O, there was a little dash A after it. And that's telling us that if we're talking about a female, we need to change that O to an A. There are some adjectives that are used for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. Any adjective that ends in E or ista are used for anyone. Those are gender neutral. They can work for anybody. Adjectives that end in DOR are masculine, and they're made feminine simply by adding an A to the end. So trabajador, hardworking, would be describing a man or a male, and trabajadora would be describing a female. So looking at the 9 words in part A, simply circle the ending or underline, whichever is easier for you. So you're looking for OA, or, so that OR, ORA, E, or ista. So trabajador, dor, or OR is your ending. Deportista, ista. Paciente, ordenada, inteligente, simpática, trabajadora, sociable, and estudioso. The endings, as we discussed in the articles lesson, will tell us whether we're talking about a male or a female if it doesn't give us a name in the sentence. If we look in part B, it says to organize the adjectives from part A. There's not really enough room in the boxes to actually write out the words, so just put the numbers. So trabajador is masculine because it ends in OR. Deportista could be masculine or feminine because it ends in ista, so put a 2 over here. Paciente ends in an E, so that could be masculine or feminine. Ordenada ends in an A, so that is a feminine ending. Inteligente could be masculine or feminine because it ends in E. Simpática ends in A, so it's feminine. Trabajadora, it ends in A, but really it ends in ora, so that is feminine still. Sociable ends in E, so it could be masculine or feminine. And estudioso ends in O, so it is definitely masculine. So as we are looking at these sentences, you're going to write M next to the sentence if it is masculine, F if it is feminine, or E if it could be either. If we don't know, we can't tell the gender. So number 1, yo soy muy simpática. Yo soy is I am. I am very nice, or I am very friendly, because simpática means nice or friendly. Simpática ends in A, so that tells us it is describing a female. Tú eres muy estudioso. You are very studious. The only word that tells us the gender would be estudioso, ends in O, so it's masculine. Go ahead and pause the video, do the next few examples, and then restart the video and check your answers. You should have tú eres muy ordenado is masculine. Yo soy muy trabajadora is feminine. Yo soy muy inteligente. This one we can't tell. Inteligente could be describing a male or a female, so it could be either. Tú eres muy trabajador. That is masculine. Trabajador is the masculine form. Yo soy muy paciente. That one could be either. We don't know because paciente could be for both. Yo soy muy deportista. This could be either. Deportista always ends in ista. Ista never changes. This is one of the endings that trips up most English-speaking people who are trying to learn Spanish because it ends in a, so where our brain usually, will hopefully begin to automatically think it ends in a, it's a female, but deportista is one of the words that breaks the rules. The next one, tú eres muy reservada. Reservada tells us it's female. And tú eres muy impaciente. You are very impatient. We can't tell, so it could be either because impaciente ends in an E. For these ones, you can just circle. You don't have to write out the word. But if we're talking about Raul, Raul is a guy's name. So should we use estudioso or estudiosa? We should use estudioso. Rebecca es, and according to the picture and the words that we see, she is artistic. But should it be artístico or artística? Rebecca is a female, so artística. Pedro es muy blank. Pedro is very organized, or he's very neat. Pedro es muy ordenado. Paulina es muy blank. Paula is very daring, or brave, or courageous. Atrevido, atrevida, it's kind of a word that you would use with somebody who is okay with like taking risks, like skateboarders, skydivers, people who ski down mountains. Those can be dangerous activities, so they are daring. Anyway, Paulina es muy atrevida because she is a girl. Javier es blank. Javier is hardworking. Javier is a male name, so trabajador. And Elena es perezosa because she is female, so it needs to be perezosa, not perezoso. This last section, you need to choose something to describe yourself. The first one, yo soy, and our choices are paciente or impaciente. So just think to yourself, are you normally patient or are you normally a very impatient person? And just choose the correct one. These two both end in E, so they could be used for a male or a female. Oops, sorry about that. Yo soy blank, simpático or simpática. This one is going to depend on if you are male or female. If you are male, you're going to circle simpático. If you're female, circle simpática. Same thing with 3 and 4. También soy trabajador or trabajadora, and no soy either serio or seria. Hopefully this is pretty simple. If you have questions, please email me or post a comment in the assignment, and myself or your classmates will be able to help you out.